Hi friends, I've got a whole bunch more books to read. I'm really excited to share them with you. This first one is called Mac's New Baby by Danielle Steele. The pictures are by Jacqueline Rogers. My baby's name is Max, and he got a new baby, and her name is Maddie. She's the one doing the camera today. This is Max. Max's daddy is a fireman, and his mommy is a nurse. They live in New York. Here's a picture of New York right here. You see all the tall buildings in the water? They live in New York. He's having a good time playing, isn't he? Max's daddy got a medal for bravery once. He saved 2 little girls and a baby in a hotel fire. Max's mommy works in a hospital nursery where they take care of brand new babies. Max has visited his mommy there lots of times. The babies are very little. He's putting on a puppet show for them. Do you see the different photos they have of the family? Do you have pictures of your family around your house? When Max was 4.5 years old, his mommy and daddy told him that they had a surprise for him. He wondered if it was going to be a new bicycle or maybe even a new car, which his mommy said they needed, or roller skates, which he wanted for his birthday. His birthday was in August. Max thought new roller skates would be terrific. No, his daddy explained. It's not anything like that. It's something even better. Better than roller skates. It was hard to imagine what that would be. Max's mommy was smiling. It's a wonderful surprise, sweetheart. We're having a baby in August, right around your birthday. A new baby. You are? Max was very surprised. He wasn't sure a new baby was such a great birthday gift after all. He liked being by himself with his mommy and daddy. Babies were cute in the hospital, but what would they be like at home? His friend Steven had one, and his was pretty messy. It spat up a lot. He gooped food all over his face at dinner time. He wore diapers and sometimes made a mess everywhere. You couldn't even play with him because if you got too rough, he cried, and Steven's mom yelled. In fact, Steven's baby was no fun at all. Max couldn't see any reason why his would be either. He just remembers all of the messes that his friend's baby makes, and now he's a little nervous about having a baby in the house. Aren't you happy, Max? Max's mommy looked disappointed. He tried to sound happy for her, but he really wasn't. The more he thought about it, the more worried he got. That this was going to be difficult, this business of having a new baby. Where would the baby sleep? What would the baby play with? Is it a boy or a girl? Max asked. If it was a boy, he might try to take his Yankees catcher mitt. That would be really awful. He doesn't want to share his toys. We don't know if the baby is a boy or a girl yet, said Mommy. We might find out later if we get something called a sonogram, but we might not need to do that. A sonogram is a picture of the baby inside my tummy. Sometimes they can see if the baby is a boy or a girl. They can see other things too, like how many fingers and toes the baby has, and if the baby is all right and everything looks normal and healthy. Oh, said Max. He still wasn't happy. If the baby was a girl, she would probably cry all the time like his friend Andrew's baby sister. She was a pest. Oh! But if the baby is a boy, he might want Max's new remote control tractor. He could tell this was going to be a serious problem. Max is feeling scared about the new baby, isn't he? He doesn't know how he's going to be a big brother. As time went on, Max's mommy started to get big. Well, she just got round in the tummy. Do you see that? Her tummy's getting bigger. By Easter, Max's mommy's tummy looked pretty big to him. In the summer, at their 4th of July picnic, her tummy looked really enormous. They still didn't know if the baby was a girl or a boy. Max didn't really care. He knew that whatever the baby was, it was going to be a problem. He's feeling really nervous about this baby. It already was a problem. For 4.5, almost 5 years, Max had had a playroom and a bedroom. But now, there was no more playroom. He had to play in their big cozy kitchen or in the living room or in the little garden. And the playroom was gone forever. It was going to belong to the baby. His daddy had painted it white. There were pink and blue and white baby things all over the room. It looked pretty, but Max missed his playroom. They didn't know the baby's name yet either. It was going to be Sam if it was a boy, and Charlotte if it was a girl. Max had already decided that if it was a girl, he wanted to call her Charlie. That's a fun name for a girl. I like it. After the 4th of July picnic, Max's mommy didn't want to go anywhere. It was so hot. Max's mommy said she just couldn't move. So Max was especially happy when his daddy took some time off and took him out whenever he could. But he also had to stay home with Max's mommy. It wasn't nice to leave her alone now, right before the baby. It could come any minute. Max was just hoping that the baby wouldn't come on his birthday. It was bad enough as it was. He had to share his parents and his house. He'd lost his playroom, his old crib, which he still loved, his high chair, his stroller, and some teddy bears his mother said that she wasn't sure he'd want to give to the baby right now. But he really didn't, and he certainly didn't want to share his birthday too. That was asking too much. He hoped that the baby would come before or after his birthday. As it turned out, the baby didn't come on Max's birthday. He gets to have his party. He had a wonderful 5th birthday party. He's 5 years old. His mommy baked him a special cake, and he even got his roller skates. But no baby sister or brother, not yet. 2 weeks later, on a Saturday afternoon, near the end of August, Max's daddy had some news. They were going to take Max to Jean, his babysitter. He was going to stay there until Mommy had the baby. Daddy didn't think it would be more than a few hours. Max's suitcase was already packed. She was very quiet on the way to Jean's. Max's daddy kept asking her how she felt. All of a sudden, Max felt very excited. He'd been waiting for this baby for so long, and now he wanted to know who this baby was. Was it a boy or a girl? What did the baby look like? Max's mommy gave him an extra big hug when they got to Jean's house. She looked him right in the eye and told him that he was always going to be her special boy. And she told him how much she loved him. The baby won't change anything, sweetheart. I'll always, always love you. He felt better after that. Max and Jean waved goodbye as they drove away. Daddy promised he'd call as soon as the baby came. Jean suggested that they make cookies and lemonade while they waited. They were delicious, but the phone still hadn't rung when they finished. Then they made dinner. Jean cooked hamburgers and spinach and French fries. They had cupcakes for dessert. And still, there's the telephone. Max's daddy didn't call. Jean made popcorn. They colored in a new coloring book that she had bought. And finally, the phone rang. Yay! Waiting is so hard. Guess what? Max's daddy said as soon as Jean handed the phone to Max with a big smile. Is it a girl or a boy? Max asked. Which one did you want? Max's daddy sounded very happy. Max still wasn't sure if he wanted a sister or a brother. Sister, he said, and then he changed his mind. No, a brother. Then in that case, Mac's daddy laughed. You got what you wanted. I did? A brother? All of a sudden, that sounded good to Max. A brother would play basketball with him one day, and football and tag. They could go roller skating together. Mommy's fine. Daddy sounded very happy. And you have a baby brother named Sam. He weighs 7 pounds, and he looks a lot like you did. He does? All of a sudden, Max felt proud to be a big brother. Can I see him? You sure can. First thing tomorrow morning, I'll come and get you a jeans. But first, I have another surprise for you. What do you think his surprise is? Daddy was laughing again, and so was Max. Sam, a boy, a baby brother. Suddenly, all Max's worries about him over the past months didn't seem very important. What's the other surprise, Dad? You also have a baby sister named Charlotte. Mommy had twins and no one knew she was going to. They were hiding behind each other in Mommy's tummy. They were? Max looked amazed. Wow! A sister too! Sam and Charlie. Max and Sam and Charlie. His daddy corrected him. She weighed 6.5 pounds, and wait till you see her. She's really pretty. She looks just like Mommy. As soon as Max got off the phone, he told Jean about it, and she was excited too. Twins were really special. When Max saw the twins, look at that pictures. He couldn't decide which one was cuter. His daddy took pictures of everyone. His mommy was so happy to see Max, she almost cried. It was a happy day for all of them. Look, there's Daddy with the babies, and Mommy with Max and the baby, and the two babies together. The two babies, and they're getting older. Look at them. They all have the same hat. And there's Mommy playing with Max and the babies in the crib. Family just got bigger. Now, Max didn't even mind giving up his playroom. Sam and Charlie were really going to need it. Sometimes it's scary when something brand new happens, but when we work together as a family, we can get through all of it. I'll talk with you later. Bye.